What's going on, Superman fans and Batman fans, Wonder Woman fans, Justice League, DC, Marvel? Spoiler alert, I may say things, you know how I roll my videos, man. I'm just like all over the place, like this movie was. Um, let me just turn my hat around here, make myself a little cooler. Um, did I love the movie? I liked it a lot. You know, it was just a little too much for me to understand. You know, I'm a simpleton. So, seeing all that, the introduction of the Justice League, you know, the characters, how they went about introducing them, the Flash was like, what the fuck was that about? Anyway, spoiler alert. Okay, guys, if you don't, you know, you collectors, because I know collectors are going to be watching this, some collectors, so if you haven't seen it, I just want to say to you, go see it, judge it for yourself. Don't listen to the negativity that you may see on on YouTube and and Facebook. I'm a hardcore Superman fan. I'm going to tell you my experience as growing up as a child really quick. I was a Lone Ranger fan, but before that, George Reeves, and then seeing, you know, the old Batman and Robin, Bangs, you know, all that bullshit back then. I forgot his name. I can't think of it. It's not in my head there right now. But then, '78 changed my life, which was Christopher Reeve, and then that's how I fell in love with the Superman character. Even though I do like Batman, I really do. I can't tell you that I don't. I do love it. So that's my world. That's how I spun into Superman, and I chose a passion. I chose a hero, and I feel Superman is my hero. You know, so there. Okay, so I'm not a movie critic. I'm just like maybe 90% of you guys. I'm looking at it, biased or maybe not biased. I don't know. Superman is awesome. Okay, one scene I'm gonna tell you which I loved, which I saw, and I was like, what? What? When Batman, Ben Affleck, took the car and hit Superman. Pow! And the car just did a 360, just fucking got fucked up. And the Man of Steel just stood there. Didn't fucking budge. That was priceless. That only goes to show one thing to Batman. He was in a world of shit when that happened. He thought he had him. You know what I'm saying? Like right there for that split second, I'm gonna fuck him up. No, man. He fucked him up without even moving. That was amazing. Hot Toys, get on that fucking vehicle. I need one. That vehicle was awesome. And I want to say one more thing. Jeremy Irons played an amazing Alfred. You're a superhero. Everyone needs an Alfred like that. I mean, drinking, just hanging out. It was awesome. He was fantastic. For the time that he spent on the screen was priceless. Every part I enjoyed seeing him. I enjoyed his dialogue. It was awesome. I think that was amazing. Wonder Woman, for her introduction and her role in the movie, fighting there against Doomsday, she was fantastic. Very sexy. Not very muscular. If I would see her in that dress, those two dresses that she was in, I wouldn't consider her a threat. You know, dressed up as Wonder Woman was another story. She looked fantastic. I must say that she did well, and I hope that to see her in her own movie is going to be great. Can she carry her role? Yet to see. And the Justice League introduction was fucking crazy. I don't understand where their mindset was. I'm not going to speak about it anymore. I mean, there's plenty of reviews. You guys got to go see it. And if you have seen it, you know what I'm actually talking about. You know, Lex Luthor has all that information. But before I even get to Lex Luthor, which was horrendous. Who else? Superman, Man of Steel, Henry Cavill was awesome. Just really played it low-key. Superhero was fantastic. The courtroom scene when he went into being interrogated, or he had a talk with the government officials, which was, who was she again? Holly Hunter. She was Senator Finch. Um, it was awesome, man. And you know what? When, spoiler alert, when that building blew up and he stood there and the fire, and just shows you the power that he had, and you felt his sadness. That was great. That scene to me was like awesome. It was simple, but you know what? Yet it was effective. He loved the people. He felt hurt because he couldn't protect. Couldn't protect them. Yes, and there were other scenes, especially when they took his mother, Lex Luthor, spoiler alert, for hostage and bullshit, and he couldn't figure it out. Just a lot of movie disoriented me somewhat, especially the part of Flash. I don't know if I said that before. Flash, and Ben Affleck sleeping, and you saw Flash. What the fuck was that about? I have no idea. I am yet to understand this. I am going again this Friday to go see it. I saw it in the IMAX theater here in Manhattan, New York, 68th and Broadway. If you have a chance, you got to see this. It's not 3D, it's IMAX. It's amazing. The sound was awesome. But anyway, the last point here I'm going to make is Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor. I wish that they did not use him. He was not the one for me to represent Lex Luthor. I needed a more adult character, more sophisticated, kind of elegant, and the fact that his presence when he walks into a room, he was childish. It wasn't, someone that you will look at and say, that dude knows what he's fucking talking about. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a fucking kid. If he was going to tell me something, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel him as Lex Luthor. I wish that I did. And he was horrible. All these fucking little things that he did when he spoke. Was he resembling the Joker? I think so. I think that he may have had that in the back of his mind. Maybe, do those like quirky things that Joker did. I could see that in the Joker, but I couldn't see it in Lex Luthor. And that for me was ill. Where do I stand with this movie? Am I going to get it? It's like a Man of Steel for me. Yeah, I'm going to get the movie. Of course I'm going to get it because Superman was in it. And Ben Affleck. Let me talk to you about Batman. That's fucking the real deal Batman. The gritty Frank Miller style Batman. That's it, man. That Ben Affleck killed it. Awesome. I am a Batman lover. I definitely had to get me a poster. I framed it up. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait for Hot Toys. I can't wait for Hot Toys Batman. I'm actually probably going to get 2 of them. I just love the way he looked, man. It looks fantastic. The costume on him, his attitude, Ben Affleck killed it. Just insane. They're like a fucking old man pissed off all day long. Loved it, and that's it. That's what I like. That's the character. That's a Batman that I really do like. He played it fantastic, and I guess I like the way he was. Like the attitude, his anger, his disposition was fantastic. I thought it was perfect. Perfect casting, man. So anyway, that's all I got to say. I hope that Hot Toys delivers us collectors an awesome figures. They come out. So Sideshow's armor suit of Batman. That's awesome. I can't wait if Superman is done by, or redone again by Sideshow, if they actually use Prime 1. You guys that know what I'm talking about, statue collecting and figure collecting, will understand what I'm talking about. If they can take Prime 1's head sculpt and put that on a Sideshow statue, redo that statue that they did of the Man of Steel, and like an intense pose, or do a combo, with the Batman, that's gonna sell out super fast. But it has to look like Prime One's, because Sideshow, your statue is garbage. No matter what people say on their reviews, and I've seen plenty of people's reviews of the Man of Steel, and they want to justify the fact that that shit looks awesome. It doesn't. It is horrible. Okay? Because now you got Prime One that brought it up to the next level. That is an awesome piece. But we're not talking statues, and we're not talking figures right now. What we are talking about is the Dawn of Justice. Will I see it again? Yes, I will see it again, even with pain. I had a little surgery there, carpal tunnel. I saw this Sunday night with a friend of mine, which he's also a fanatic. Knows his comics, not like me. But man, it was just fantastic. That Batmobile was the shit. The Batwing was awesome. Ben Affleck killed it. The introduction to Justice League was horrible. Doomsday, the fight scene was, he was a Neanderthal, brainless, just go and kill shit. That's what he did. The way Superman, spoiler alert, dies. What else? How else? But you know what? He lives. That's the honest to God truth. Look at the end of the movie. I'm going to have to revisit that when he was getting buried at Mom's place. And that was nice. Other than that, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Go see it, man. Enjoy it. Fight scenes are awesome. Ben Affleck did a fucking awesome job, man. He is the Batman, and that's all I can say about that. I hope you enjoy my my quick comments, and it's not a review. It's just the way I feel about the movie. I think it was fantastic, and go see it. Is it something I'm going to see 4 or 5 times? No, I'm going to skip to the scenes that I want to see, and that's basically it, because a lot of it was just like, poof, discombobulated my fucking brain, man. You know what I'm saying? But I fairly was entertained. I wasn't bored. I was just upset every time I saw Lex Luthor talk. I was just saying to myself, why are you here? Why are you talking? Why is he casted? Just had too much shit to say, which made no sense to me. And the fingerprint thing, taking off General Zod. Spoiler alert. Why? Cut the fucking hand off. Put it. What are you gonna do if you wanted if you wanted an identity of a person and needed the eye? Are you gonna fucking cut the eye? What are you talking about? Just fucking take the eyeball out, put it right there, and there you go, identity. You guys that saw the movie, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I can rip this movie apart, and then I can save it at the same time. So with that said, I'm gonna leave. I hope you guys my thoughts were somewhat fair, and you could understand what the fuck I'm coming from. And you know how I always say, boys and girls, you can't have enough Superman in your collection. But this is awesome. I can't wait for the Dawn of Justice figures from Hot Toys. Anyway, with that said, I know you don't like me, but you like my style. Peace.